The Scandinavian Cultural Centre hosts clubs from the 5 Nordic countries: Denmark, Finland, Iceland, Norway, and Sweden. With sold-out shows at Folklorama, awarded the 2021 Mural of the Year, and St. Lucia celebrations, it's been a busy year for the centre. Let's check in with Sonja Lundstrom and find out what's happened and what's in store.
I'm Sonja Lundstrom. I'm president of the Swedish Cultural Association and on the board of directors of the Scandinavian Centre, and then work in a variety of capacities in both those positions.
We got some clarification on something really cool that's coming up. The Winter Cities World Conference is coming here to Winnipeg, correct?
February the 15th, I believe, to the 20, I'm not sure, it's on the webpage. And because the Scandinavians, we celebrate the winter. We're so excited it's winter. And it starts, it starts as soon as it gets dark. We're celebrating. We have all kinds of cultural things that celebrate the darkness and the cold. And one of the leaders in that is Copenhagen with the huggy concept, being cozy and comfy, come in, relax, get something warm to drink, read your books, that kind of thing. And in partnering with Winnipeg Trails, they're having one of the events, the off-site events. The conference is going to be in the Fort Garry Hotel, and our off-site event is going to be, the Scandinavians are going to be down there on their skis and their kick-skis and their skates and walking at the Forks at Nistawa Trail. And then the conference participants, of which there's about 130 people, are going to come down, and we're going to welcome them to join us to celebrate our winter city and the great things that are here, okay, and to share with them the equipment that we have and Winnipeg Trails have, and also have some glögg and pepperkaka and share some stories, all in the great outdoors. And anyway, this started with the ambassador last year, and we found our people love being outdoors. We have a cross-country skiing club, at which we meet outdoors, and then from that we've got walking groups. We got all kinds of events that happen outdoors throughout the winter season time. It's a time to get out there and have fun.
But before we get too much into that, you recently were on a trip in Sweden.
No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't on a trip in Sweden. 2 years ago, I was.
2 years. Okay, so I got completely confused in the emails then.
Just a minute. In my imagination, I'm in Sweden all the time because, we're big on imagination and visualize. This comes from the Vikings.
Well, although you weren't in Sweden, St. Lucia, the celebration takes place. You have a little group here in Winnipeg to celebrate that.
Well, Lucia, a major celebration. It's been for years and years in Sweden and here. And it is a time where the oldest daughter of the home prepares saffron buns and coffee and delivers them to the oldest member of the family and the rest of the family. And then they all, dressed in their outfits and candles, go down to the local school or community, all ages, to celebrate all day, celebrating the darkness. And a time of coming in, Logren is what the Swedes call it, Huggy is what the Danes call it, and it's a time of reflection, looking back, and Lucia celebrates that with lights, bringing light now at the darkest time of the year, in a way of celebrating that darkness and everybody getting together. And the Lucia consists of the song Lucia, as well as different, the song of the tomta, the pepperkaka, etc. Then we do the traditional dancing around the Christmas tree. And we had 3 circles around the Christmas tree and singing songs. And then the food is the Lucia bread, which is a saffron bread with raisins in it and glaze on it, as well as a ginger pepperkaka with the coffee and the glögg and the gingerbread butt cake. So we like to eat and sing and dance. There's no lights on in the whole building except for the candles of the little children and Lucia with the candles in her hair. And in Sweden, they use real candles, but our rules in Canada, we can't, so we have to use battery operator.
Gotta keep it safe, right? So how was the celebration this year at the center? Did you host any events? Was there a gathering?
Well, we haven't been able to have it because of COVID for 2 years. So it was sold out within 2 weeks. It was sold out in November. And we have such a history of it here. Since my parents came here, they've been having this winter celebration. And it's gone. And so we had guests come from Norway to return back to meet the former Lucias. Okay, they're older now, but it has such emotional meaning and memory in a person that it brings tears to your eyes when Lucia comes through, because you all have this memory of this wonderful time of celebration with fellow Scandinavian Swedes. And it's all ages, the little kids, the old folks like myself, we're all in it together. We're all celebrating this wonderful celebration. Now, all countries have some form of celebration like this, but it's always been the Swedish people that have made it a celebration at our center. But I remember when I was just a young girl, hearing about it in Winnipeg, then when I first came to Winnipeg, seeing it. You know, and when the Swedish hockey players were here in the 70s, it was really big because it's so meaningful for them. And the leadership comes from the people right from Sweden. Every year we have to find those people, okay, because they've done it since they were little kids. It starts at a very young age being imprinted upon you.
I'm really excited that you had the opportunity to have a community event like this. Again, something that we haven't been able to have for the past little while.
We were so happy to have it again. Everybody was so happy to have this. It's an emotional memory that's in us. It's such a good feeling. We could do nothing, we'd still be having a good time because we got the memory. But you know, when you hear Santa Lucia and these little kids sing it a cappella, it's pretty outstanding. And it's totally dark in the room except for the candles. And it's absolutely outstanding. You know, and people come year after year after year. This is what they associate with being Swedish. You have to come to Lucia.
It's been a pretty exciting year for the center. Winning an award for your mural on your building.
That was very exciting. Also, we had Folklorama for the first time in 2 years, and it was extremely well received, sold out every night. And again, Folklorama is an opportunity for us as Scandinavians to come together to celebrate our culture. And then to be doing it for guests is all the more meaningful. It's like being with our family. We all get together, we all pitch in to make it the best we can and are very proud of it. And families come from Alberta, Ontario, Vancouver, because they want to be part of it again. And with that rich connection we have, it's a feeling thing. It's an emotional thing. It binds us together. That's very beautiful. It's very wonderful. We invite everybody to participate. Some people that aren't Scandinavian come every year because of the good feeling. Same at Lucia. A lady wrote me a letter. She said, this is the most outstanding thing that happens for her to share that experience of Lucia. So it's hard for me to put into words what the real experience is, but we all go out hiring kites on adrenaline. It's a high. It's a high.
It's a high. Yeah, it's such an exciting time when an individual can share their culture and celebrations with someone else, and then someone can come in and just celebrate alongside them. Yeah, it's just almost a transcendent sort of a experience at times. So that's very exciting and really cool that that's been able to happen again at the Scandinavian Cultural Centre.
I hope I'm saying it right. But we also, every club celebrates, okay? That the Icelanders celebrate with their 13 little people. the 13 puppets that come out for Christmas, okay, with the witch Grilla. And we've made the puppets, those live puppets, and they do the children's program, okay? So that's another exciting thing. We really believe in this is such a glorious time for children. We can all be childlike, and we have a wonderful Christmas party for them. And once again, you know, you got to be doing something. So we're making crafts, and Santa is there. But we have the Yuletime, the 13, they're life-size puppets that tell the story. And the Danes have a big dinner. Oh, they like to eat. So they have a big dinner. The Finns have a big dinner, okay? And the Norwegians couldn't get the lutefisk this year, so they weren't able to. But the lutefisk is the Norwegian way of celebrating. We also celebrated at IKEA, because IKEA had a Yule board, and it's all our Swedish food again. And we sold out on it also. In a packed house. And so we partner with IKEA to have our Christmas adult, well, no, it's every age dinner with all our food separate from Lucia.
There's a ton of stuff. So when someone comes out to check out the cultural center, what sort of programs or events are available there?
Saturday is children's dancing. And we taught 2 groups of children's dancing. And the broader community comes to that because the kids love our dance. Our dance are fun dances, you know. We're scrub boards, we're violins, and the kids just love the dances. And then, of course, they perform a Folklorama. The adults also have a dance group. That's on Wednesday night, and they love it also. And if we go on any trips, and Folklorama, and they've got all the costumes and everything. Love to dance, okay? And we love to make crafts. So before Christmas, almost every week, another group is doing the crafts, okay? The Swedes made stars. Stars is an important symbol in Sweden. Every home has a star in it. No matter where it is, it has to have a star put up in the first Sunday of Advent. Okay, the Danes make gingerbread and little hearts, and they get all the paper from Denmark and get it all cut to make these special creations. And oh God, I can't remember the rest. Okay, but they're all doing something before Christmas. Now after Christmas, everything starts up again. The choir, we've got a wonderful choir, and people enjoy being part of that. The language groups, we have a Swedish movie night by Zoom that is fabulous. And we also have Swedish book club, which is also excellent. And it's all by Zoom because some of our members are in Alberta and Ontario and all over the place. So it's not just, it's connecting as a community again and feeling a sense of belonging. And then the 4th Friday, we have a, thank goodness it's Friday, dinner with a speaker. And with wine and, you know, and this time it's going to be about mead, because mead was the beverage of the Vikings. And so we've got somebody that makes mead coming. And every Friday we have Norwegian lunch, and it's a wonderful Norwegian lunch, and groups come to it. And also every Sunday we have a wonderful brunch with a different theme. And this Sunday is Yule plundering, and we're going to dance around the tree and take down the tree. So there's lots of things for people to participate in.
I'd like to kind of come back to your love. Like a lot of the centers, everyone kind of loves and enjoys wintertime and enjoying the amazing activities that we have here in Winnipeg. Even we've had this conversation before.
We're Scandinavians. We're from the north. Okay, it's in our cells to love the winter. We've had so much joy around the winter. And in Scandinavia, there's one festival after another in the winter, whether it's a dance festival, whether it's a winter market festival. They have a lot of winter markets, okay? A lot of skiing, sojourning, snowshoeing, winter camping is a big thing in Scandinavia. I've been there and I've seen all that. So the fact it's winter and it's dark, again, celebrate the darkness. Iceland, the same. I was in Iceland in December, and the professor, it was all dark, and she just had a candle lit because it's a time of reflection and reflection. Oh God, what's the other word I'm thinking of? But meditation and renewal, reflection and renewal. Okay, is the time to come in, renew your body. Okay, and if you think about it, you know, since the beginning of the Vikings, that's what you did because you had to, because of you lived in a dugout. It's a special time for writing, for reading, for creating.
What do you think are some ways that we can help encourage others to be excited about winter and the potential that it holds?
That's why we partner with Winter Pig, with the ski library, because they every night or 3 or 4 times a week they track their own trails. They've got their own tracker. They go to parks, golf courses where people are, the immigrant people, population, bring the skis, the kick sleighs, everything there. So it's affordable, it's accessible, all abilities, not a lot of skill to try it. Just have the set and some of the joy that's happened from that. I make ice candles to light the path for it. Okay. And we have, there's Anders Swanson is in charge of Trails Winnipeg, and Winter Pig is their project. And we've got a ski club. I told you, we got a ski club, we got walking groups, we got all kinds of things, but we don't have to do it as a club because people are so self-directed to do these things because it's in our culture to be out of doors. It's a passion. You have to be out in the fresh air. It's a passion. My family for generations, my grandma was 95 and she was out there every day. She had in Sweden, they got a set of kick sleighs and they got a set of skis at every door. And the old people every morning throw on those skis and they out in their skirts or anything and the ski poles because they're taking the frost off the snow so the reindeer can get the moss. So there's cultural things that they've done for years that's integral to your life.
So you're hoping that with your enthusiasm, that others will kind of be inspired to feel that sort of same way and get out and enjoy the winter months.
I'm out there and people are so active in the winter. The Nissawa Trail is packed. That Burkeville Community Club and all the trails they have down there on the river, it's packed. It's just packed with people. Assiniboine Forest, I'm there every day. And Assiniboine Park, people are walking there at 6 a.m. You know, Winnipeggers are out there. You know, the thing is, there's no such thing as bad weather. It's bad clothing and boots. So get decent stuff. Woolen socks, something on your head. You're only cold for 5 minutes. Get moving. You're not cold. You get the gear, proper gear, and get moving and breathe a wonderful, anyway.
It's so refreshing when you go out for like a winter hike or something and like, yeah, there's a moment where you're like, but then you push through and afterwards you're alive.
We call it sisu. It's adrenaline rush. You know, when you get from the hot to the very cold, it's adrenaline rush. It's called sisu. Like in Scandinavia, they go every day and dip in the cold water because of the sisu. It does adrenaline. You know, they're using it therapeutic now in Finland. And I've done all that.
Looking ahead, what are some things that the Scandinavian Cultural Centre is looking forward to? I know for the Swedish Cultural Association, you celebrate Midsummer.
We're the Swedes on wheels. We go to where the Swedes are. We're having Midsummer, and we're also having Culture Days at Ericsson, because it was one of the original settlements in Manitoba in the 1800s. So we like to get those Swedes out of the woodpile to tell their stories. The Swedes are the invisible immigrants. They assimilated wherever they went. But we go any place and they come from far and wide to be with one another for this bonding kind of cultural experience that's in our souls. And we just play the Swedish music, have the Swedish feud, tell the Swedish stories, sing the drinking song, and we're all happy. And we always visit the cemeteries, okay? And we put a flag on every Swedish grave, and because we feel strongly our ancestors are here with us, and we celebrate them.
Yeah, continuing through the generations.
It's so wonderful. Like, I'm not kidding you. I just put on the Swedish music and everybody's dancing. That Swedish music is ingrained in us so strongly. And music, dance, eat and dance, eat and dance. That's all.
Well, it's a great way to live. It's a great way to live.
It is a great way to live. That's how I was raised, in generation. And that's how they survived in these hard conditions, If they didn't have the music, well, they had accordion or guitar or made violins. They'd make the violin. My family made violins to have the music.
Well, Sonja, always a pleasure to connect and talk with you. Where can people go to find out more about the Swedish Cultural Association and the Scandinavian Cultural Centre? Where can they go to find out more information?
Oh, our web page, www. Where the heck is it? Scandinaviancenter.ca, and click on any of the countries. Okay, there's the countries and groups, and click on for Sweden. Click on Sweden, and there you're going to see what's happening. Also, look at events, because events are the lunches and the dinners and the brunches and the movie nights. The Icelanders we partner with Icelanders in Toronto, okay? We partner with Icelanders in Minnesota. We partner with Swedes in Minnesota at what's it called? The American Swedish Institute, big institute, all these different educational. We do a lot of that kind of connection. Oh, and we connect with Sweden through Zoom and different programs too, as we want to learn about things, okay? And we have a genealogy group where we partner with Sweden on that. So we keep those relationships going.
Have any stories you'd like us to share or communities we should highlight? Leave a comment on our social media or reach out to us on our website. I'm Ryan Funk. This was You Talk, and have yourself a good one.